Making time for your creative passions is super challenging, especially if you're like most people and you have a job or you go to school or you're trying to take care of your social life if you have one, or your physical and mental health. But there is a simple and effective mindset shift you can take so that you can make time for your creative passions. And this is super important if you want to improve at your craft, make money off of it, or just spend more time doing something you actually love. My name is Gian. I'm a creator with a full-time job helping busy people unlock their creative potential and follow their creative passions. I've tried tons of productivity and time-saving advice. I've read all the books and all that, but the thing that's helped me the most is a simple mindset shift, and that's accepting these realities about life and time. So number one, time for your creative passion will have to come from other parts of your life. And this is seemingly obvious, but I think very important. Ideally, you're taking time away from distractions or things you don't want to do anyways, but eventually, if you really want to make time for your craft, whatever it is, then you'll have to take time from your social life or keeping your house clean or things like video games if you're me. We have so many obligations and problems that we have to deal with on a day-to-day, but the point is, if you want to do something, if you want to spend time writing, producing art, making music, it has to come from other parts of your life, whether you like it or not. And this might sound a little depressing, but acknowledging this is super empowering, because if you acknowledge this, then you'll focus on what you actually want to spend your time on and do so intentionally instead of autopiloting through life and then lamenting the time you don't get to spend working on your projects. Number two, taking time away from other parts of your life will be uncomfortable. Even if you love drawing, writing, making videos, whatever it is, it's still uncomfortable to actively take time away from other parts of your life to dedicate to your craft. And I think that discomfort is pretty warranted because you're shaking things up, right? You're changing up how you live your life to make time for something you really care about. Initially, it'll feel crappy just because it's what you're used to, but it'll get better over time. For me, the biggest sacrifice I've made was video games. I used to play them all day, every day, and now I don't at all. But also leaves me time for things that bring me longer term happiness, like these projects, like these videos or designs I'm making or art that I'm making. And also it can just be temporary. You don't need to completely remove all these happy things from your life just to make time for your projects. Just try it out and see how you feel, and you can change your mind later. And making this a conscious decision really made me happy with it because I knew it was in service of something I was really passionate about. Number three, waiting for the ideal conditions to work is a huge mistake. If you're passionate about something like writing and art, but you wait for the complete ideal conditions where you have 5 or 6 hours of uninterrupted time and you're in a really good mood, you'll notice that these ideal moments rarely come. Like me, I have a full-time job. I can't just wait for when I have uninterrupted time because most of the time is spent working. Just because that's how life works, lots of interruptions, lots of things to take care of. But you shouldn't take this as an excuse to not do the things you want to do. I've used this excuse as a way to procrastinate on making things like these YouTube videos because I would always think, oh, this weekend's really busy, I'm not really in the mood, things are really busy at work, I'll wait for things to settle down. Those times would just push the work further and further away to the point where I would never do them. In reality, I could have spent an hour here and there working towards something I was really excited about, but I didn't do it. And that was the choice I made. Ultimately, it was just a big excuse. I held my creative conditions very preciously and used it as an excuse instead of actually creating. 4, if it's worth it to you, you should still go for it and pursue your creative passions despite these uncomfortable truths. So all these can sound slightly depressing or disheartening, but I personally find all of them very empowering and help me accept reality and push forward in making stuff like this YouTube video. The reason I know it's worth it is because I've never regretted the time I've spent creating. I've never regretted the time I've spent sketching or drawing or coming up with ideas for videos or doing designs, anything like that. So I know the time that I'm sacrificing in other areas is going towards something that I will never regret. And if you do make time for your creative passions, who knows what might happen? You might open up new opportunities, you might grow your skills really quickly, and you might just grow as a person and find purpose just from making stuff, which I think is really cool. Give it an honest try, make time for your creative passions, see what happens, see how you feel, and you can always change your mind later if you decide it's not worth it. I'll be sharing more videos like this and covering similar topics. If you have any ideas, leave a comment. If not, check out my other videos. Thanks, okay, bye.